A controversial ordinance is repealed affecting people's self-expression and libraries across one city. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Haley Wilgus. Over the summer, the city of Murfreesboro passed a public decency ordinance that changed the course of the county's library system and almost affected the city's annual Pride Festival. But as News 2's Miranda Whittington reports, last week the city decided to repeal that decision.
Just days before Christmas.
All right, you also have Ordinance 23048 repealing the Murfreesboro City Code, Chapter 21, Offenses and Miscellaneous Provisions, Article 1, Section 21 and 22.
Murfreesboro City Council quietly and unanimously voted to repeal the city's decency ordinance.
Nobody saw this coming. There's been no discussion of it. There's been no word of it.
Surprised is the emotion Carrie Lambert felt after seeing all this unfold at last week's City Council meeting.
But I find it very interesting. There was no discussion at all. Like, why did they change their minds? These are the same people that put it in place less than 6 months ago.
Imagine a policeman coming through the library and somebody saying, well, I want this out of our library. Is that what we want?
Vice Mayor Bill Shacklett was the lone council member to voice concerns over the decency ordinance that later went into effect in July.
Our job is to adhere to laws, local ordinances, and state laws.
Since then, the ordinance has had a large impact on the Rutherford County library system. 4 books are now banned from library shelves, and a new library card policy will soon go into effect in January that will make it harder for minors to check out books.
I think it was a horrific ordinance and terrified me.
The Rutherford County Library Alliance was formed to fight against those book bans, where Lambert now serves as vice president.
By creating fear in people that they don't grow the collection properly, that's censoring what information the public has access to.
A lawsuit also came from this ordinance after city officials worked to enforce it to stop Borough Pride from happening in October, something a judge later halted.
I think you have the ability to express yourself the way you want to express yourself. But I think whenever you have minors involved, there is a different threshold.
When we talked to Mayor Shane McFarland back in June about the ordinance, he said it was meant to address gaps in city code.
I know exactly what these sort of ordinances and laws, what they are designed to do, and they are designed to take away people's rights and their freedoms.
While Lambert is happy about the repeal, she worries what new ordinances the city could usher into the new year.
I think it is every American's responsibility to stand up and fight for the Constitution, because if you don't, who will?
Now, it wasn't discussed why city council members decided to repeal this ordinance. I did reach out to city officials, including the mayor and council members, for a response, but I've yet to hear back. Haley?